Take a look.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, the community post. You already know the vibes. And I'm back at you with your NXT review, and what an episode of NXT it was. There were kidnappings and romance and heel turns and shenanigans. So much shenanigans. The shenanigans were at an all-time high. But this week's episode kicked off with a tag team match between the LWO and OTM, and the winner of this match will go on to compete in a triple threat tag team match, and the winner of that triple threat tag team match will go on to wrestle the Wolf Dogs at Stand and Deliver. Whew. And what a match this was, man. The LWO was cooking. Like I've said this before in previous reviews, and I'll go ahead and say it again. The LWO and NXT really hits different because they get to do a whole bunch of stuff they don't really get to do on the main roster. Like they're doing flips and dives, and you got one dude standing on the back of other dudes and doing flips and dives off on other people, and it's just crazy. The LWO surprisingly got the win, so they're going to advance to the triple threat match, and I think they're going to face the winners of the Good Brothers and Hank and Tank. And then you have Chase U, I think, taking on two members of the No Quarter Catch Club. And speaking of them was jabronis, they were in the back. They were talking to Riley Osborne. And next week, Riley Osborne is going to take on one of the members of the No Quarters. I don't have any change, no dimes, no nickels Catch Club for the Heritage Cup. Speaking of Chase U, you have Thea Hill in the back. She's talking to Andre Chase and Duke Hudson about her tag team match and how she doesn't have a partner because JC Jane, she took the night off. So she's not around, or so we think. So now she's struggling to find a tag team partner. And of all people to come up, it's Kalani Jordan because she wants to get her hands on Kiana James and Izzy Dane. So we'll go ahead and jump to that match. It's going to be Kiana and Izzy taking on the team of Thea, and who we thinking is Kalani. But somebody attacked her in the back. Now, you would think it would be Izzy and Kiana, but me personally, I think it was JC Jane and I keep blanking on the other girl's name, but the other one, the one that with me was JC. And they actually showed up during the tag team match, or what started off as a handicap match. But Fallon Henley comes out, she's tagging up with Thea Hill, and they actually lose because JC Jane is trying to help, or so we think. She moves Fallon Henley out the way, and Thea Hill accidentally gets hit, and then bada bing bada boom, Kiana James and her tag team partner Izzy Dane end up winning the tag team match. So after the match, Thea Hill, she's getting on the mic, she's all upset, she's disappointed, she's crying, she's yelling and everything, and she wants answers as to why JC Jane is treating her like this. They were supposed to be friends, they were supposed to be homies, they were even like sisters, and somewhere along the way things shifted, things changed, and Thea Hill said enough is enough and it's time for a change, and she's going back to the Thea Hill that she used to be. The old Thea Hill is back. She's back with Chase U. She's giving up JC Jane, and I'm assuming they're gonna wrestle at Stand and Deliver. I'm guessing. But yeah, man, good for you, Thea Hill, for finally standing up to yourself, and she's just out there, she's running around like she's on cocaine or whatever. So she's just full of energy. The energy is back. She's back up with Chase U. So that's good for her. Speaking of the women, we have Roxanne Perez giving her explanation as to why she attacked Lyra Valkyria last week. And she's pretty much saying that she's been fed up for months now. This isn't anything new. This is just something that's been building up with her frustrations as far as her not getting back to the NXT Women's Championship. Her taking time off due to, I think, anxiety. And she says that the reason she had anxiety is because she's been carrying the women's division for months, and that's a lot to handle. And she's cutting a heel promo. This is probably one of the best promos that Roxanne Perez has cut in a while. And I like the fact that she's officially a heel now. She's embracing the evil. She's embracing the dark side. And this is giving more to her character. And as Roxanne is talking, she calls out Ava to hand her the NXT Women's Championship. Because, you know, Lyra's got jacked up last week. So you figure she's not cleared to compete or whatever. And as Ava's talking, Tatum passingly comes out because she's trying to avenge her friend, and security breaks it up. And Roxanne is just pretty much taunting her. So, you know, next week is going to be Tatum passingly and Roxanne Perez. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see the return of Lyra Valkyria, if not next week, in the near future, to set up their match for the NXT Women's Championship. Speaking of championships, you have the Tony D'Angelo talking to the D'Angelo family there at their restaurant. They're chopping it up. They're handling business, you know, doing all these Italian mobster type things. When the NXT champion Ilja Dragunov shows up, they, you know, confront the D'Angelo family. And they actually end up kidnapping this man. I'm like, yo, that's a mistake. You do not want to kidnap Ilja Dragunov. Have you not seen his workout videos? This man is crazy. So the D'Angelo family ends up taking Ilja to the bridge where they allegedly make people, you know, disappear or whatnot. And Tony D'Angelo allegedly, you know, admits to a murder. Allegedly, I think he might be talking about something else. I don't think he's talking about these alleged murders at all. But he's saying that normally, allegedly, when the D'Angelo family brings someone there, they'll normally end up walking back by themselves without the person that they brought to the bridge, allegedly. But that's not what they want to do to Ilja. He wants to showcase the power of the D'Angelo family. But Ilja says in a very menacing Russian way that he always figures out a way. And at that point, if I was Tony D'Angelo, I would just, you know, forfeit and just give up, because Ilja Dragunov is very dangerous. And his workout videos are just insane. Like, bro, what are you training for? Are you training for the apocalypse or the zombie attacks or whatever? I don't know. But at Standard Delivery, it will be Tony D'Angelo challenging for the NXT Championship against Ilja Dragunov. So after this, in a grudge match, we have Robert Stone taking on Lexis King. And this is one of those matches where I wasn't really paying attention. Lexis King won, and then he's attacking Robert Stone after the match. And then Von Wagner comes out and makes the save. So, yeah, there's that. But something I was paying attention to, that is the brute force of the ruler, the NXT North American champion Oba Femi, as he decimates and destroys poor Brooks Jensen, who tried to, you know, get the jump on Oba Femi earlier in the show in the NXT parking lot. And then you have Josh Briggs trying to talk reason to him. But, you know, Brooks isn't listening. He's trying to do things on his own. He's trying to show that wild side. And it wasn't enough, man. Oba Femi just straight up destroyed this man as Josh Briggs watched from ringside. And he hit him with 2 power bombs. And really, Oba Femi could have destroyed this man at any time, but he was really just messing with him. Oba Femi ended up winning and retained his NXT North American Championship. And even before this match took place, Oba Femi had a face-to-face with Dijak. So I don't know which route they're going to go. They could either go with Josh Briggs taking on Oba Femi to get revenge for his friend, or you could go with the Dijak, or maybe a triple threat. You know, you have a whole bunch of big men bumping meat. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing ever been wrong with that. So, so after this, we have a hilarious match between Gigi Dolan and Ariana Grace. And the stipulation is, if Ariana Grace wins, Gigi Dolan has to go to, like, I guess, like, finishing school or charm school with Ariana Grace to be more ladylike. And the way this match ended, so Ariana Grace had the referee distracted. She hit Gigi Dolan with the low blow, and she was trying to go for the win, but Gigi returned the favor and hit the low blow on Gigi Dolan and ended up losing the match because that's a disqualification. The referee saw it, and I believe that this is the first time in wrestling history that a women's match has been decided via low blow. I mean, I might be wrong. I don't think I am, but that's a very interesting way to end the match. So after this, our main event match was between Shawn Spears and Ridge Holland. And I'm not gonna lie to you, at first I wasn't really paying attention to this match. There was one point I think that Shawn Spears was yelling at Ridge Holland about his family, and I'm like, okay. But then something happened. Ridge Holland put Sean Spears to a table. And I'm like, okay, hold on, we might be onto something. And then this is where the match kind of picked up. There was a steel chair involved, and I guess the story of this match was Sean Spears trying to get Ridge Holland to embrace the hate for some reason. I don't know why, but he kept trying to like get him disqualified or get him to use the steel chair. And the steel chair actually came into play because Sean Spears hit the C4 on Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland landed on the steel chair. Sean Spears got the win. 1, 2, 3. I didn't care. Alright, cool, whatever, I guess. Anyway, we go to the main event segment, and that is Trick Williams addressing the people, addressing the fans. And one thing that was mentioned earlier in the show is how Tony D'Angelo was able to get Trick Williams to help him out by coming or having his music hit. So basically, Tony D'Angelo cut a deal with Trick Williams that if he got involved, he'll get his hands. He'll be able to get his hands on Carmelo Hayes pretty much, and that's what happened. So now you have Trick Williams coming out, and he's feeling conflicted. He's upset because Carmelo was supposed to be his boy. That was supposed to be his brother. Trick says that when he calls you his brother, he really means it, because family means a lot to him. And the fact that Carmelo was lying to him all this time about being his friend, about being happy for him and all his success and everything. Like, you had people talking to Trick, trying to tell him that Carmelo is a snake in the grass. You even had John Cena try to put him on game, but Trick didn't want to listen because that's his friend, and sometimes friendship will blind you from seeing what's actually going on. But Trick's eyes have been opened. He sees Carmelo as what he is, and he did say that Carmelo was right about one thing, and that Carmelo is not on Trick Williams' level. Even if Carmelo stood on a step stool with Timberlands and a ludicrous afro, he still wouldn't be on the level of Trick Williams. So then, as Trick is talking, the metaphor comes out. I'm like, what's going on? Why is the metaphor out here? And then you have Noam Dar, he's trying to talk trash. He's trying to talk down on Trick Williams. But Trick Williams, he has the gift of gab and the gift of jab, so he ain't going for that at all. He even, makes some little googly eyes at Lash Legend, and they kiss. Trick Williams and Lash Legend kiss, it's black love, it's beautiful. Black is beautiful and all that, so that was a cool moment. You even had Lash Legend flabbergasted. And then, Trick started feeling the mana, he started feeling the energy, and he put the beat down on both Noam Dar and Ora Mensah, and that's how you close out the show with Trick Williams standing tall. He got his lip lock on with Lash Legend, and he beat both of Ora and Noam Dar's asses, and I'm assuming that they're going to wrestle next week on NXT. And that's how this show ends, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, an action-packed show, whole bunch of shenanigans. Only NXT can get away with these type things, with kidnappings and, attempted murders and whatnot. It is what it is. But with that being said, guys, what did you think of this week's episode of NXT? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Be easy. I'm out. Peace.